Throwing random instructions into an AI is a mess. You get bloated, unpredictable results and total hallucinations. Every AI model has a context window, a strict memory limit for your session. Loading it with poorly formatted, useless data clogs that workspace instantly. Heavy formatting, like dense XML tags, eats precious memory tokens without adding actual value. It crashes the entire process. When overloaded, the machine stops thinking. It takes lazy mental shortcuts, jamming pieces together to fabricate false answers. We cannot treat the prompt box like a magic 8-ball. To get precise, reliable outputs, we have to engineer a meticulous, multi-step assembly line. The first step is replacing that heavy code with Markdown. It is a frugal blueprint language that preserves your text formatting while saving massive amounts of token space. Using simple keystrokes, like single asterisks or hashtags, strips away the dense markup language, but keeps the exact structural meaning. From there, we reshape this lean text into structured, machine-readable formats like JSON, keeping the data perfectly organized. Next, we add a bouncer to our assembly line using negative prompting. By explicitly telling the machine what to avoid, like commanding it to do not flatter, we cut out sycophantic fluff and wasted words. Starve the system of junk code and explicitly fence out bad behavior. This creates a highly efficient, predictable workspace. But even in a clean workspace, dictating abstract rules to an AI often fails. They learn much faster through direct mimicry. This is few-shot prompting. If you want an agent to triage your inbox, don't write a long rulebook. Provide 3 exact examples of correctly sorted emails, and the AI instantly internalizes the pattern. Still, if a task requires complex reasoning, the machine will inevitably try to skip steps to reach an answer faster. To prevent that, you command it to show its work. Forcing the machine to output its step-by-step logic keeps it locked onto a rigid, supervised path. Combining exact mimicry with forced sequential steps tames an unpredictable machine, turning it into a hyper-focused worker. For truly complex goals, we implement prompt chaining. This breaks a massive workflow into discrete, isolated stations along a conveyor belt. Think of it like a team of specialized interns. Agent 1 has a single job: read through unstructured shipping documents and extract the raw data into a clean table. Agent 2 never sees the messy original documents. It only takes Agent 1's table, runs the mathematical statistics, and identifies the worst-performing supplier. Finally, Agent 3 takes those exact statistics and drafts a formal complete letter citing the losses, even in the tone of an ancient Mesopotamian merchant. Because we have isolated these agents, we create natural checkpoints. We can inspect the data at the gates between each step before it moves forward. Passing isolated, verified outputs down a chain stops errors from compounding, guaranteeing absolute precision across the entire workflow. When we move to creative tasks like generating images or video, the cold logic of the factory floor is replaced by evocative poetry. A reliable visual prompt follows a specific formula. Combine your core subject and action with the setting, material textures, and precise lighting. This works because image and audio models are trained on rich alt text and descriptive catalogs. To get results, we must match their emotional vocabulary. Instead of simply asking for a street, a prompt for Santa Monica Boulevard must detail the deep perspective toward the ocean and the long exposure lighting effects around vintage cars. Atmospheric language matches the specific vocabulary of the model's training data, allowing us to navigate its mathematical probability maps with surgical precision. We have moved far away from the frantic, unpredictable text box we started with. We have built a humming, multi-stage system. We strip the data down to its leanest form, train the pattern through exact examples, chain the logical steps, and poetically direct the art. The floor manager's role requires organizing these separate agents into a rhythmic, highly efficient, and perfectly synchronized mechanical system. Consistent and precise outputs depend on building a connected chain of constraints rather than searching for one perfect instruction.